Hello, welcome back to Father and Son Investing. My spouse has been encouraging me to do a video about how to purchase I-bonds. I've been reluctant to do that, but just the other day on our channel we had someone asking for a step-by-step video explaining how to purchase I-bonds. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. If you're not familiar with how to do it, we will run through it step by step. The first thing that you'll need to do is go to treaurydirect.gov on your computer, your phone, your iPad, whatever it is you have that has internet access. In the top right corner, you will see an orange button that shows Log In. You'll go ahead and click that button. When you get to the next page, you will see that it will give you the option to either log in, which you can log in here with the next button, or if you don't have an account yet, you will do Create New Account. We're going to go ahead and click the Create New Account for those of you who aren't sure how to go about setting up your own treaurydirect.gov account. After you have clicked that, you will see that it will give you 3 steps here. These are actually quite easy to do. 3 steps. 1, you will choose the type of account you are opening. We'll run through that when we get to that step. 2, you're going to need some personal information, so you might as well make sure you have that gathered already. You're going to need either a social security number or an EIN number. You will need an email address. I think most of you have one, but if you don't, you'll need to set one of those up or you can't open an account. Lastly, you're going to need your banking information, both the routing number for your bank and the account number. Once you have that information, it will give you an option to set up a password reminder, a personalized image, a caption, and some security questions, which we will run through when we get to that point. After you've collected all this information, you're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page and you will click on Apply Now. When you get to this part of the page, it can get a little bit confusing. If you are setting this up as an individual, you will just need to have this blue dot here filled in that says individual. However, if you are a business or some other entity, that gives you some options here that you can choose. I'm not going to run into those options here in any detail. Once you have selected that, and it actually comes pre-selected as an individual, you will go ahead and click the Submit button. That then will get you to step 2. This is where you're going to need to enter your information. Now, entering this is really critical, I think, and let me explain why. There are some things here that are required. You'll see an asterisk with those. You're going to have to supply your first name, your last name, your social security number, your birth date, etc. You're going to need to supply your address, all of those items, and you're going to need to give one number. A cell phone number works just fine. And of course, you will need to do an email address. It gives you 2 chances to type that in correctly. All of those come with an asterisk. The other thing that comes with asterisks is all of your banking information. Now, I'll tell you that when my son's account went through, he's young, he's just turned 20, it did not go through as simply as we would have liked it to. In fact, he had to then take a piece of paper and go to a bank and get it notarized. Now, one of the things that wasn't on his application here was his driver's license and the expiration date. So I think that giving as much information as you can in this particular instance can help you get through that process without having to print out a piece of paper and mail it in, which the paper says can take up to 13 weeks. Now, one other thing that I did is I also used the same bank account number that I use for my IRS tax refunds in hope that, when they see my name and all that, plus my banking account information, that will just be one more step to help verify who I was. Now, once you have entered all of that data, you will go ahead and click this by checking the box, I certify under penalty of perjury. You'll read those 3 things, and then you will click Submit. Now, once you have made it through that step, you're going to choose a personalized image and a caption. You will see several images here. If you don't like any of these images, you can click down here and it will show you more images until you see one that you like. Once you have an image that you like, you'll go ahead and click the button next to it, and then you will type in a caption. You can type in anything you want there. The idea behind this is you will know that if you are in your account, because you will see your image and the caption that you created when you log in. Once you've done that, you're going to click Submit. It will then take you to this screen where you will choose your password. You'll enter it twice to make sure it's been entered correctly, and it will give you a chance to put in a password reminder hint in case you forget what your password is. There have been a lot of people who have been asking about trying to get into treaurydirect.gov when they can't remember their password or they've been locked out, and it has not been convenient. It requires you to make a phone call to the Treasury folks, and you will wait in line for hours before they answer the phone. So you'll want to make sure you remember your password well. The last step then will be to answer some security questions. They're kind of just the standard types of questions that you see on other websites. You'll pick the 3 that you like, you'll enter the answer that you want. When you're done, you will click Submit. When you have finished that step, go to your email because Treasury Direct will have sent you an email informing you what your account number is, and you will also get some instructions there. If you are lucky, it will say that when you log into the account for the first time, you'll get a one-time passcode and further instructions. If you're unlucky, it's going to tell you that your information could not be verified. It's going to want you to print out a form, which you will have to get notarized and mail to the Treasury in Minnesota. This is an example of what the one-time passcode email will look like. You can simply highlight this one-time passcode and cut and paste it right into Treasury Direct. Again, this is only the first time that you log into your account if you register the computer that you're on. If you don't register the computer that you're on, you're going to need to get this one-time passcode each time you log in. When you get to that login page, you'll simply click Next. It's going to ask for your account number. You will go ahead and type in your account number, or you can cut and paste it in. After you've entered your account number, go ahead and click Submit. That then will bring up your personalized page. You will see the caption that you chose and the phrase that you chose. You're going to see a different type of keyboard that you're used to enter this. You will find out that your password is not actually case sensitive. You will go ahead and enter your password using this keyboard down here by simply clicking on the letters or numbers or special characters. I've gone ahead and entered my password, which you won't be able to see up here. All of this is for your own privacy. And then you will click Submit. You will then be logged into your own personal Treasury Direct account. The next thing that you want to click on in order to buy I-bonds or actually anything in treaurydirect.gov is this button up here that says Buy Direct. Once you get to this page, it will ask you what type of instrument you would like to buy from Treasury Direct. You can buy marketable securities. I did that just the other day by clicking this to buy some T-bills. And today we're going to go ahead and click on Savings Bonds Series I. You'll make sure that turns blue and you will click Submit. Now when you get to this page, if you are new to the site, you will need to click Add New Registration. You will need to type in some information here. If you're buying something for yourself, you will type in your own information here. If you're buying this as a gift for someone else, you will need their information, including their social security number. If you're just buying this for yourself or one other person, you can just click on Sole Owner. If there will be multiple owners or a beneficiary, then you will click on one of these other two and you'll need to type in both pieces of information for each individual. You can click down here whether you want to make this your preferred registration, and you can click This as a gift. It's important to make sure you click This as a gift if you're intending to give this to somebody else. Now once you have filled in all this information, you can go ahead and click Submit. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and click your My Account. It will give you information about what's happening in your account, including what types of securities you hold, any gifts that you have purchased, and there are some other things that you can check on as well here. If you click on View a Summary, you can see what your purchases look like, your pending purchases or recent payments. You'll see that I have a pending purchase that will go through on October 11th for some Treasury bills that I bought this week. One other thing, don't use the back button here on your internet browser. I'll tell you, if you use that, it will kick you out of the system and you're going to have to go ahead and log in. I've already done that a number of times and it's a little bit of a nuisance. So don't use that button. If you need to cancel something or return, you can see those types of options here at the bottom of a page, and you can always use these options up here along the top. If you want to see what your current holdings are, you can click there. If you go to Manage Direct, it will give you a number of options that you can use for your account, such as changing bank information, changing your funding options, changing your password, etc. You can also go ahead and establish a minor linked account, which I encourage anyone who has a minor to go ahead and create one of these custodial accounts for your minor, and you can start purchasing things in their behalf. The money will belong to your minor, but in their behalf within the custodial account that will be under your name until they become an adult. I hope this information was helpful for you. If it was, please give us a thumbs up. We need that for the channel. Share this kind of information with a young person in your life or anyone else you know who you think might be interested in purchasing I-bonds or treasury bills or any other type of government security. Until next time, enjoy your investing.